Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and so thank you for joining me live on Facebook. Today we're going to make this cute little card, and it's from the Cute Fruit stamp set, and you can find this in the beginner's brochure. Don't have one? Comment below, and I can send you one. And this one is on page 7. Just love what you can do with this. So let's make a card. Set that aside. I'm going to start off with Whisper White, and I cut this at 3 3/4 by 5. Now this is going to take some masking, but that's easy. I will show you how it's done. I'm going to start off with the oranges. And I'm going to be using pumpkin pie. Now, no need to write all of this down, because at the end of this video, I will post what colors I'm using and all the other supplies that I'm using as well. So I'm going to come down here. Let me make sure you can see that. Come down here towards the bottom. There's one. There's 2, and now I'm going to start masking. Now what I use are the Avery Labels. Whoops, I have one more step to do, I forgot. But for masking, I use the Avery Labels, and again, I'll link it. And these are reusable, which I like, and it doesn't damage my product when I remove the Post-it note or the label. But if you don't have these, Post-it notes will work. Your standard copy paper will work. I'm going to place, here's my first here's my first mask. Cover that up. And then put the rind on this guy. Lining it up. There we go. And I'm going to mask this one. Now when you mask, let me bring in, when you mask, you always start with what you want in front first. Then you mask it, and then you build up behind it. So since I have, excuse me, the oranges first, I'm going to stamp them first, mask it. Then I'm going to do the pineapple, mask it, and then I can do the watermelons and the bananas after that. So I have my 2 masks on for the oranges. Next, let's move on over to the pineapple. Let's clean off these first. Set that aside. Grab the pineapple. Close up the ink pack, so I'm going to stick my finger in it. It's a law. And the next color I'm going to use is the newest in color, Bumble Bee. That'll be for my pineapple. And a little off center. Give it a minute, let the cardstock absorb the ink. Perfect. Clean that off. Going to move on to the top frond, and I'm going to be using another in color, and that is the Just Jade. Give it a stamp, ink it up. There we go. Perfect. And next, we are going to move on. Again, close this up. Actually, I can leave that one open. We're going to use the Magenta Madness for the watermelon. And let's add our mask for the pineapple first. Oops. Do a better job than that. There we go. Nope. still don't like it. Now we're talking. All right, let's grab our watermelon. And you'll notice that the stamp does stain a bit, but it does not affect the quality of your next stamping projects. So I could go to any color here and it won't affect it at all. Get the watermelon down. I like these polymer, photopolymer, because I can see if I've got good coverage or not. I like it. And let's move on to the rind of the watermelon. And now I can close out the magenta. Bring back the Just Jade. Ink that up. And go for it. It's just a card. Oh, a little off. That's all right. It's homemade, it's not Hallmark. And now we're going to move over to the bananas. Let's close this up. And for the bananas, I'm going to be using Daffodil Delight. Now with the bananas, I didn't feel like I had to mask because it was such a light yellow. But feel free if you want it masked between the three. So there's one. There's two. And the last one. There's three. Give that a good clean. And then the top of the bananas, so just a little stamp. Don't lose it. I'm going to use Early Espresso for the top. Okay, there's one. Two. And three. There you have it. Now let's go ahead and add the sentiment. And I used the wishing you a slice of happiness. There we go. Close this up. And I used the pumpkin pie for the sentiment. Make sure I have this right side up because that would not be fun. Oh, it worked. Yay. Alright, let's clean this up a bit. And I'm going to use my take a pick tool and I'm going to peel off the masks. Now, if you do your nails like I do, you have to be careful because sometimes that nail polish will transfer on your project. And then you'll have to start all over again. Or hide it with the rhinestone. That works too. There we go. All right, let's build a card here. So, excuse me. This is Whisper White, cut at 5.5. We're going to fold it at 4 1/4, and I'm going to do it this way. Grab your bone folder, give it a good burnish. Nice crease at the top. And then I've used some Designer Series paper, the 6x6, and again, I'll link exactly which one I used. And then being Cheap Charlie, I used one of my framelits to cut out the center. So I can use this on a separate project. And it's not hidden behind the main panel because no one's going to see that. So why not use this for a different card? So I'm going to bring in my Stampin Seal. And I will also bring in my silicone mat. Just protects the work surface. And if I get any adhesive on it, I can easily peel it off. There's one. And if you watch, I pull it and then flick it back to break the adhesive. A nice clean cut. One more. And a flick. Make sure it's going the right way. And we're going to, whoa, don't adhere yet. There we go. That is entirely crooked. That's the hard part of not being able to lean over. All right. Not affiliated or sponsored, but Undo is awesome. You can get this at Michael's or any craft store. And it just peels off beautifully. It does not ruin my project. In fact, it doesn't ruin photos if anyone's a scrapbooker. Okay, give that a minute. It'll dry, and the adhesive is still good. So let me bring this where I can see. And I think I got it this time. Whoops, no, don't move. All right, we're gonna call that one good, so I don't waste your time. All right, add some adhesive to the back of this guy, our main panel. Center it on top, and voila, you're done. And that did not take long at all. Here's my prototype. A little bit better with the watermelon rind, but it's homemade. It's not bad. Well, leave a comment if you want to see something else. I'm taking requests, kind of like a DJ. And again, if you don't have the beginner's brochure, also leave a comment and I'll get in touch with you so I can send one out for you. Thanks again for watching. Bye.